Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Okay, so the class is live now.
Yeah, is even got
Audio is clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, and then now we have to look for the, what is this, chapter 10 today? Yes, day 10. And this class is in English.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji. 10, chapter 10.
Yeah. So, what do we get in the day 10? Let me briefly summarize. We have finished now the half of Bhagavad Gita. So, congratulations on being patient and trying to understand. So, this chapter is, we can say, Vibhuti, the opulences of the Lord. The question always remains why we need to do. And I'll just chant Hare Krishna. Why do I have to really spend my time in trying to understand the opulence of the Lord? What is the use? Okay, this question will come. What is the utility? And even in the next chapter, Vishwarupa, Krishna practically displays his vibhutis, he shows his opulence. Here he speaks about it, next chapter he shows it. Why this is needed? It's not needed for devotees like Mother Yashoda or even Arjuna for that matter. They are pure devotees. We need it for us because once we understand the greatness of Krishna, once we understand our identification with the Lord, then we change a lot. Suppose you are in America and when there was COVID second wave, if you know, it was terrible, lakhs of people died. And people were gasping for breath, no oxygen. They wanted some oxygen cylinders. I know even people in America who are presently American citizens, still, can we do something for our country? They're trying to buy some machines and something they can send to India because the identification is India. My India is suffering. You understand? So identification is a very big thing. What do I identify with? I identify with my family. Don't we so much take care of the family members? I identify somebody as my son. Isn't our treatment to him is different from other children in this world? Yeah. Identify somebody as our mother. It really changes a lot. So what is my identity? And hey, Krishna reveals then Bhagavad Gita in this chapter that we are actually his part and parcel. He is our origin. Till today, we identified ourselves, mere desh ki dharti sona ugle, correct? As part of this country. And we therefore so much dedicated to the country, Desha Bhakti. So similarly, we identify Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. What is the basis of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam? Is much higher. We identify ourselves as a spirit soul, which is part and parcel of the Lord. Then we get to the platform, very advanced platform, all encompassing. And what is it called? That is called, okay, some sound was there in the background. We need, before the course start, one practice session for all of us. And nobody does it intentionally, but it disturbs when it happens. Okay. Yeah, Chitra Mataji, here you are, co-host. Done. So identification will help a lot. So when we identify ourselves as part and parcel of the Lord, then this very advanced principle, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, Sarve Sukhina Bhavantu, can be appreciated. When we identify ourselves, say, belonging to particular state, particular city, then, my people of city are good, but other people of city are not good. We develop such kind of tendencies. My community is good, my caste is good, others are not good, which may not be a universal principle, but we develop like that. But identification of ourselves as part and parcel of the Lord, as God as origin, our origin, and we are not body, I'm a soul, that will totally change our perspective. So that's what the Krishna begins the 4 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita with this. This chapter will have something known as Chatushloki, the 4 shlokas which summarize the whole essence of Bhagavad Gita. From where this Chatushloki actually came, it comes from Bhagavatam. The Brahma heard the whole Bhagavatam in whole absolute truth in 4 verses, which you call Chatushloki for Bhagavatam. Aham evasam evagre, the 4 verses. And then after that, what happens is that when Brahma hears, it explains to his son Narada in more detailed way. Narada explained more detailed way to Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa explained more detailed way to his son Shukavani. Shukavani explained more detailed way to Suta Goswami. So the Bhagavatam from 4 verses become 18,000 verses. Interesting. It's become so big. So that is the Chatushloki. So origin is 4. So in Bhagavad Gita, like in Bhagavatam, which is 18,000 verses, that 4 verses are there in the 2nd canto. So similarly in Bhagavad Gita, which is 700 verses, can you make a Chatushloki, means 4 verses which contain the essence of Gita? So there are various verses which are supposed to do that, but the most popular one, which is many authorities accept, it is in this chapter, 10:8, 10:9, 10:10, 10:11. So if you can remember these 4 verses, actually you know the essence of Gita. And if you see that's so sweet, it's just love between Krishna and his devotees. So that will be taken in this chapter. Apart from that, we see in this chapter, Krishna talking about, after that, about his vibhutis. Among the mountains, I am the Himalayas, I am the fishes, I am the shark. Among the great Deva Rishis, I am the Narada. Like that, he will give a list. And we will also have a quiz for all of you, if you can remember what Krishna identified himself with. Okay? Done. So can I proceed, or any quick question anybody has? Okay. So take care. Don't unmute yourself unless you have something to ask. 1, 2, 3. Chalo, no questions. This chapter is divided into 4 portions. Krishna is unable and the source of all. Pure Bhakti, essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's everywhere. All the chapters you will see that. Arjuna accepts Krishna's supreme position. Very interesting, this portion 10, 12, 10. Arjuna understand what he has understood, because Krishna has been instructing him now. What Arjuna has understood comes in this chapter. Shubha Mukherjee, you want to say something? So don't unmute yourself. Okay. Arjuna accepts Krishna's supreme position. So what Arjuna has understood in the Bhagavad Gita is there in the Gita. So it's such a wonderful book. Because sometimes people say that I have my own understanding. That's fine. But what Arjuna understood is there in the Bhagavad Gita, and it will be intelligent to follow Arjuna's understanding, because the first student of Gita. So that will be beautiful. And the Krishna describes vibhutis. That will be the biggest section of the chapter. You can see 10:19 to 42. So you can, how many shlokas? You can say 30 minus some 25 shlokas. Okay, listen to me. You're my dear friend. No questions again. Krishna himself wants to talk something more to Arjuna. He said, neither Devata nor the sages, Namavidu Suragana Prabhava Namahasha, Ahamadi Devana Mahashivich Sarvasha. He said, neither the Devatas or the greats. Just like we hear about crores of Devatas you heard about, they're basically administrators. Millions, crores of Devatas, 33 crores. Similarly, they are sages also. They're also in crores. We hear the prominent ones like Narada Rishi. We hear about Navayogendras. We hear about, Durvasa Muni. You do hear about the sages. They're also in crores. So, but he said neither the Devata nor the sages. And please be careful. Both of them are much better than us. Now today, human civilization is very proud. But actually, both of them are much better than us. Even the Devata, even the great sages. But I am the source of both the sages. So they really don't know me well, Krishna is saying. Knows me, the unborn, the beginningless, supreme Lord of the world, is free. If you understand the glories of the Lord, you're free from all sins. Again, you see there is a Shruti Phala of this chapter here in the chapter itself. If you understand this chapter, you'll be free from all the sins. Oh, if you read a newspaper, it will not happen. The same half an hour, you can hear what Krishna is trying to say in this chapter. You get free from all sins. Oh, wonderful. There is some benefit, Shruti Phala, just by hearing. And then Krishna talks about 7 great sages and the 4 great sages. Now let us understand what are the 7 great sages? Anybody knows? Sapta Rishis? Anybody want to try? And what are the 4 great sages? How many Manus are there in a day of Brahma? 3 questions I've asked. Anybody can try? Seven great sages. Anybody? Nobody knows the name? Sapta Rishis. Here it is. Kashyapatri, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, Gautama, Jamjamadagnini, and Bharatwaj. The 4 Kumaras, Sanat Kumara, Sanatana Kumara, Sanandana, and Sanat Kumara. And how many Manus in a day of Brahma?
14.
14, Prabhuji.
Great.
14.
So 14 plus over 18, 18 plus 7 is 25. Now these are called the Prajapatis. The world is populated by these 25 people. True, these 4 never get married, so that's separate. But these are the first people who Brahma gave birth and they took charge of the creation. Now, who knows his truth and glory, so he'll engage in devotion service, there is no doubt. So when you understand the greatness of the Lord, it is important at this stage to know the powers of God, to surrender to Him. Okay? Now Krishna starts 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 verses he starts the Chatushloki. Now this is the first one. Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. Quite similar to Bhagavatam Chatushloki. This one that starts Aham Eva Samevagre. Similar, it says Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. Everything is coming out of me. Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Re-emphasize. Same meaning, both the lines. Iti Matva Bhajante Maha. Krishna says, if you understand this with great bhava, with great understanding, you will totally surrender to me. Buddha bhava samanvitaha. With all your heart, you'll worship me. So you understand, I am part and parcel of God. God is my origin. If you can understand this, then you behave in a different way. You understand you're not part of this world, you're Atma. The body has come from father and mother. That we understand. But the soul, not from that. Soul is part of the Lord. So when you understand that, you're actually life will be different. You just like from the Lord's side, like a mother says, my child is my part of my body. There is always an affection. So from God's side, there is always an affection because you're part of Him. Just like a mother always feels. Doesn't so many mothers say, don't you feel? Child is part of your body and you have so much affection for him. The same way, this feeling Krishna has, you're part of him. Okay? And if you understand on your part, they're actually a part of the Lord, just like a finger is a part of the body. What does the finger do? It's supposed to serve the body. Suppose it doesn't serve the body, you go to doctor, it's not moving. Move. You order it also. Please serve me. You are part of my body. Similarly, we being part of the Lord, our duty bound to serve the Lord, and therein lies our happiness. We are just like a finger. Suppose you give it gulab jamun. The finger cannot eat gulab jamun. It has to put in the mouth. When it puts the stomach, the tongue relishes, the stomach relishes. Maja aa gaya. And you also get energy. So we are connected to the Lord in that way that we feel happiness and bliss in service to the Lord. Okay. So this shloka makes so much change in us. Machita mata gata prana, Krishna says more about devotees. Machita, they put their heart in me. Mata gata prana, they give their life to me. Bodhayastas parasparam, they always talk about me. Katyantas chamam nityam, and in talking about me, they relish a lot. The tushyanti cha ramanti cha, they have great pleasure and great happiness. So beautiful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. The thoughts of purity would dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service and derive great satisfaction blessed from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Okay? So, Machitaha, they put their heart on me. Matakata Prana, give their life to Krishna. Always they talk about the Lord. When they do that, they feel great happiness and satisfaction. So Krishna is speaking of great love about his devotees. You see, where it starts, I'm both the origin of both spiritual. And if you know that, you become devoted to me. It starts there. What happens when you become devoted? You just talk about the Lord whole day and you see so much. You give your life to him. You're always thinking about him. And when you're talking about it, you feel great pleasure. Actually, you see, we think we belong to a particular community. We belong to a particular country. That's why. Now there is a match between, say, Sri Lanka and Australia. You don't watch that. You watch where your somewhat connection is there. So when you understand you're not connected to anything in this world, actually you belong to the spiritual world, you don't have to read newspaper because you cannot connect to anything. You're not connected to anything in this world. You connect to the Lord only. You're thinking about how do I serve him? I'm his part and parcel. I belong to him. So what do you belong to? It's very important. That makes a lot of difference. Okay? They take great pleasure in talking about the Lord. That's a great soul. That is their consciousness. Okay? And then third one, Tesham, in this way, those who are engaged, Bhajata Priti, with great love they are serving the Lord. Tesham Satata Yukta Nam Bhajatam Priti. Priti means with great love they are serving the Lord. Dadami, Krishna says, I give the knowledge by which they can come to me. Now, what do I do about them? Krishna says, such people are always serving me. I give the knowledge by which they can come back to the spiritual world, to where they belong, and continue their pure service to the Lord. Spiritual world. So when a service, don't think about servant in this world, like you take a job and go. That's not serving. We are serving money. Like Hanumanji, think of Hanumanji serving Lord Rama. So much happiness. So much happiness. Like Garuda serving Narayana. They're serving. Always is ready to be the carrier of the Lord. In fact, Vishnu temples, these two deities are generally there. Garudaji and Hanumanji. Ready for service. And then, so Krishna said, what do I do? I constantly engage. I give the knowledge by which they can come back to their spiritual world and be eternally happy in that way. Then, how do I do that? Is out of compassion. Why do I do? Out of compassion for them. Anukampa. Anukampa means, Lord, please be merciful to me. So Krishna is merciful to them. And Krishna, in their heart, the Jnana Dipena, the torchlight of knowledge, it destroys all that ignorance. Okay? So these are the 4 verses called the Chatushloki. Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanavitaha. This is the first one. And what is the second one? Anybody knows? What is the second one? People are silent. Amachita matagata prana bodhayastas parasparam Katyantascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanticha. And what is the third one? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupiyantite. Tesham eva anukampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atmabhavasto jnanadipena bhashata. Now, when Arjuna heard these 4 verses from Krishna, he goes into ecstasy. Param Brahma, just like Hanumanji saying, Jai Shri Ram. There was a change in him when he was explained to his prowess and he gets back his, power, and then he jumps to the Lanka. He comes back to the original position. So as far as my reading of Bhagavad Gita goes, at this point, Arjuna changes totally. Now he is just glorifying Krishna after this. No more question of the way he had previously. Why should I fight? All that he stops. He says, Jai Shri Ram or Jai Shri Krishna. Arjuna Vacha, Param Brahma. Now, Brahma is used for the soul, for us. But Lord is called Super Soul. Therefore, he's using Param Brahma. Jiva is never called Param Brahma. Param Brahma is the word only used for God. So he's saying, you are God. Param Dhama, you are the supreme shelter. Pavitra, my Lord, you are the purest. Paramam, Purusha, you are a person, my Lord. You are a person, not energy, light. See, God is there, it's a fact, because that's a definition of God is origin. So origin has to be there. Now, many people who are atheistic say origin is some light or energy. Because Arjuna is saying, no, that's not what Gita says. Gita says a Purusha, he is a person. That's what Arjuna understood. So we have to follow his understanding. Shashvata is eternal. Divyam, transcendental, Divya Purush. Adi Devam, he is the origin of even all the Devatas. Ajam, he is unborn. Vibhum, he is the greatest. Now, this is what Arjuna burst out after hearing the Chatushloki. Ahustam Rishaya Sarve. He said, I heard Krishna about this all from great sages. It's not that I'm just flattering you. And he gives great authorities. Devashi Narada is a great authority. Asita, Devala, Vyasa. He's giving 4 names here. So these great authorities speak this about you. Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. Swayam, you yourself are also speaking the same thing. So it's a very beautiful statement. Arjuna goes to ecstasy here. And then he says, Sarvameta Vritam Manne Yanamam Vadasi Keshava. Krishna, accept every word that you taught me today. Sarvam. Not that I expect some portion, Krishna. I don't understand. So I accept every word that you. Okay, I may not follow everything. It's not possible to immediately follow all instructions, but I accept every word they have taught me. Okay? Nahi me te Bhagavan Vyaktim Vidur Devanadavnavaha. Okay? So, neither the gods nor demons know thy personality. Okay? Indeed, you alone know yourself by your potencies, origin of all, Lord of all being, God of God, Supreme Person, Lord of the universe. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all the world. Now, at this point, I'd like to ask, till now, is the things clear? Any questions has come up? Because if I go to the end of the chapter, now we are only going to discuss vibhutis when we take 10 minutes. Before that, anybody has any question? Is it clear what we're discussing?
Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance. Prabhuji, actually, as you are telling that identity is the only thing, because if I am convinced that I am the part and parcel of Lord, then my only duty is to serve Lord, nothing else. Suppose I am thinking that I am his father or I am his son, then I am devoting whole my life toward this obligation, toward these duties. Like if I know that this is my mother, so I am giving my whole life for her. But why I am not convinced that Lord Krishna is my mother?
That is spiritual advancement. No, see, like Prahlad Maharaj understood, he knew, but he was always respectful to his father, even though father was so cruel to him. Always used to pay obeisance to his father whenever his father used to call him. So devotee is perfect in his behavior, and he deals in the world as a matter of duty, but he knows the truth. See, truth is always, you should know what is the truth. It's a fact. But we are like dream walker now, if some people walk in the dream, isn't it? So we have heard the philosophy, but where is the darshana? Therefore, we keep hearing. You see, we have Maitreya, or you take the Vidura in the Bhagavatam. Everybody knows Vidura. Vidura did not fight in the war. You know that? He walked away. But he was hearing. He heard Uddhava, then he heard Maitreya, and he was enjoying hearing, correct? More and more, till he was fully satisfied. He said, thank you so much, Maitreya. So we see whenever people get opportunity, what happens to us, we understand a big bit of philosophy, but there is no realization. And we need
Yes,
realization.
that's what I'm asking.
At the time of death, we need realizations. Theory will not help you. Otherwise, you will say, Mommy, even though knowing so much philosophy, correct? So realizations are gifts from the Lord. You cannot capture it. It's a gift. But that comes what Krishna is saying here. What the Chatushloki says. Tesham atadayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yena. I give them the gift of spiritual realization, the buddhi yoga. Hai? What kind of knowledge I give them? Realized knowledge. Yenamam upyanti, the Bible they can come. Prabhupada was once telling in a lecture, can't you say the magic? The devotees say, magic? You all got knowledge. So actually, it's a great honor to get the knowledge that I am a servant of the Lord. It's a great honor. And to be able to believe it constantly. Not that in the morning we think that, but in the evening goes well. No. But realization takes time. Correct? Realization takes time.
So to get the realization, we have to continue in the process of bhakti. Is it, Prabhuji?
We have to please the Lord. Now we know only theory. A theory is not a big deal because anybody can.
Prabhuji, that's why when I'm doing
theory
the
in
work,
1 month you can get the theory, but to have realization, that is special. Realized souls are different, they're different. See, just like Radharani is also devotee, we are also devotee, both are devotee, but there is difference. No, there is a lot of difference. There's so much difference, not lot, unlimited difference. Okay. Chalo, we continue.
Okay. Please ask my
Thank you. How should I meditate upon you? And so what is Arjuna? Just like if I come to meet any one of you and I see a huge car and I see a big bungalow, I should security around you and enter the house, oh, beautiful house. Then I become a little careful, correct? I even wait 10 minutes to meet you. So similarly, if you for the neophyte like us who are not devoted to the Lord, knowing the opulence will help, because that's how we are. Whole day what we are reading about, people who are rich, people who are famous, you spend whole day reading about them because you want to become the Krishna is the supreme hero. We want to know about a hero. Interestingly, every day morning, 8 o'clock, I take a Bhagavatam class. By the time we do Kirtan and the Shloka recitation, it becomes 8:30. So you're welcome, at least by 8:30 to join us. There is a class daily on Bhagavatam. Today we're discussing, be interested in real hero, not so-called heroes of the world. And Krishna is actually the real hero. So now Arjuna wants a real hero to be revealed because that space is there in the heart. Why do you watch movies? Because you want heroes. That's your nature. Just like we get involved in so many relationships. Why? We want to love. Heart is there to love. True. We have so many friends because our nature is to love. So the Supreme Lord, there is pure love. Okay? Similarly, our nature is to look for a hero. Because in the spiritual world, Krishna is the hero. Every day, you know what Krishna did? That's what happening in Vrindavan Leela. Every day Krishna used to do something. He lifted a mountain. Oh, really? Yeah. What did it? Every day he's a real hero. And they're just looking at him. Not this all bogus heroes in imaginary dramas. They're not heroes. So therefore, he's presenting the real hero. Because we have in our space heart for a hero. Let Krishna be put in it. Like everybody in the room will have a pin-up. Why not put Krishna? Instead of so-called rich and famous people, Krishna, nobody can imagine the opulence Krishna showed. Can anybody with all the richness build 16,108 palaces full of diamonds and golds? Nobody can dream of doing that. Can anybody show the power of lifting a mountain with a finger? No, nobody can do that. Yasha is somebody so famous. Generally, we are forgotten within 1 or 2 generations. Okay? Krishna is remembered after 5,000 years. Is anybody so famous? Everybody knows him. Okay. Then is somebody so knowledgeable that half an hour he speaks Bhagavad, half an hour, 40 minutes. And to this day, we are discussing in 18 days, trying to understand book level 1. We have 5 levels of studies for 3 years. And somebody just spoke for half an hour something. Do we have anybody knowledgeable like that? No. Correct? And is so renounced. He created a beautiful world, but he's playing in the lap of Mother Yashoda, not attached to this world. Totally renounced. So we see the 6 opulences unlimited in Krishna. So why not hear about that? That helps us to put our heart in the real place. Otherwise, some bogus person who you'll imagine him as God and put heart there. Your heart is there to put somewhere as a hero, except Krishna. Tell me in detail, O Janardana Krishna, of your mighty potency and glory. So he wants to establish in a heart real hero. I'll never tire of hearing Ambrose. This is a real student. Real teacher, I want to teach you something. A real student, nectar teacher, tell more. And today, look at the education. Such a farce it has become. Teacher doesn't want to teach. Student don't want to hear. He's there just to collect salary. Students are there just to get marks. And whole thing is a farce at the end of it. Not totally, but so much. Those who are teaching, how difficult it is today to teach, particularly to adults. So difficult in colleges. You cannot. Nobody is listening. Nobody wants to learn. They're not saying. Look at the perfect teacher and perfect student. What is Arjuna saying? I never tire of hearing Ambrosius. He's not just speaking. He's actually enjoying the nectar. Great, perfect, super teacher. Okay, now this, you all can identify the personality. That will start. Who is this personality with 4 heads? Start up. Everybody is silent. What happened?
Brahma.
Lord Brahma.
Who is this great personality here with the water coming from his head?
Lord Shiva.
Yes, Shivji. Yes, Shivji. And then, who is this person on an elephant with the Vajra?
Airavat, and he is the
Indra.
Indra.
Okay. Who is this personality? Kapila. Who is this personality having a bow in his hand?
Rama.
Yes.
Ram.
And who is this cow?
Then
Surabhi.
Kamdenu.
Okay. Who is this person playing Veena? Narayana. Narayana. Who is this personality very dear among Pandavas to Krishna?
Arjuna.
Arjuna.
Who is the person here who recorded the Mahabharata?
Vyas.
He spoke. Yeah, Ganesha wrote, he spoke. Okay, who is this carrier of the Lord, always ready for service?
Garuda.
Who is this dear small boy, so dear to the Lord, Narsimha
Maharaj.
It is a dangerous fish. Even today we are scared when they see it.
Shark.
Yeah, shy. Who is this Devata who is sitting on a peacock? Who is carrying the rope of death?
Yama.
One personality here, Aryama. Okay. Which is this terrible snake which was also used for Samudra Manthan? Vasuki.
Vasuki.
With this is animal we call the king.
Lion.
Who is the Devata always having money to distribute? Kubera.
Kubera.
This you will not know. Which is this Gandharva is very, very handsome.
Hanuman.
Chitraratha. Okay, done. Okay, so let us practice. And Krishna starts. He says, I'm the super soul seated in everybody's heart. I'm the beginning, middle, and end of everything. Okay, now starts. Among the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Who is referring to Vamandev, correct? Of the light, I am the sun. Of the Marus, I am. You know that, no? Aditya means sons of Aditya. Okay, sons of Aditi. Okay, sons of Aditi, one of them is Vamandeva, that is Vishnu. Light, I am the radiant sun. Of the Marus, I am Marichi. Among the stars, I am the moon. Okay, please note, I will have a quiz at the end. Of the Rudra, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas, I am Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire. Of the mountains, I am Meru. Of the priest, I am the chief Brahaspati. Of the generals, Kartikeya. Of the bodies of water. So Krishna is taking out just like I show your paintings, you show the best of your paintings. So Krishna is talking about best of his creation. Okay. Of the bodies of water, I am the ocean. Of the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Of the vibrations, I am the Om. Of the sacrifices, I am chanting Yagna Nam Japa Yagnosmi. So many people say, in ISKCON say, keep chanting, keep chanting. Where it is there in Gita? Is there no? Yagna Nam Japa Yagnosmi. And all the immobile things, I am the Himalayas. Okay, great. Of the trees, I am banyan tree. You see banyan tree, people even today worship. Of the sages, I am the demigod. Sages, among the demigods, I am Narada. Here is he. Among the Gandharvas, I am Chitraratha, which you said. And among the perfect being, I am Kapila. Among the weapons, I am Thunderbolt. It can break mountains. Among the cows, I am Surabhi. Among the cause of procreation, I am Kandarpa. Among the gods of land serpent, I am Vasuki. Among many-headed Nagas, I am Ananta. Among the aquatics, I am the demigod Varuna. And the departed ancestors, I am Aryama. Okay. And among the different law, I am Yama. So different Yama and Aryama, both word Yama is there. Aryama presides over Pitruloka. And Yamaraji for the punishment. Among the deity demons, I am the devotee Prahlad. Among the subduers, I am the time. Because time destroys everything. Okay? Among the beasts, I am the lion. And among the birds, I am Garuda. So Krishna has been pointing his, what is a very noticeable part of his creation. Okay? Among the creations, I am beginning, middle, and end. Of the sciences, I am spiritual science of the self. And among the logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Of the letters, I am letter A. Among the compound words, I am dual compound, just like Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Balaram, Radha Krishna. Among the inexhaustible time, I am also the time, which destroys everything, okay? Inexhaustible time keeps moving, you cannot stop it. And of the creators, I am Brahma, the best creator. I am the devouring death. I am the genetic principle, all that is yet to be. Okay. And among the women, Krishna is saying these qualities, many of you women here, Krishna said, that's my gift to you. Fame, fortune, fine speech, correct? Woman's voice is always sweet. Krishna is my gift. Memory, they'll not forget anything. You said this, I remember for 100 years. Huh? Intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. So Krishna is saying the 7 qualities is my gift to you. Okay. Of the hymns, I am Samveda. Of the Brahma, of the Vedas, I am Brihasama. Okay, in the hymns of Samveda, I am Brihasama. That is used to invite Indra in a function. Of the poetry, I am Gayatri. Of the months, I am Margashisha, normal. Of the seasons, I am flower-bearing spring. I am also the gambling of the cheats. So you try to cheat. Krishna is the cheater of the cheats. Of the splendor, I am the splendor. Of the victory, I am adventure. And I am the strength of the strong. Of the descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudeva. And the son of Vasudeva is called Vasudeva. They can refer both to Krishna and Balaramji. And among the Pandavas, saying Arjuna, of the sages, I am Vyasa. And among the thinkers, I am Ushana. Who is Ushana? Anybody knows? Shukracharya, the priest of the Danavas. Krishna is recognizing his intelligence, saying, oh, I am Ushana. Among the means suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment, because finally when nothing listens, you have to bring the stick out. Of those who seek victory, I am morality. Of the secret things, I am silence. Of the wise, I am the wisdom. So very difficult to be silent. You get some information, you speak that out within 9 minutes. That's the average. Oh Arjuna, I am the genetic seed of all existence. There is no being, moving, or non-being that can exist without me. Okay, so we did that. There is no end to my divine opulences. What I told you, just little, just little. There is no end, okay? All opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations pink but a spark of my splendor. That's just a spark of my splendor. And anybody knows what's happening? Who is lying on the water here with a leaf? And who saw this? Markandeya Rishi saw this. Huh? And a pralaya time, Krishna lying on and he's tasting his own lotus feet, trying to see what nectar people are drinking in it. So this is, anyway, there's a beautiful prayers worshipping Krishna in this. Know that all beautiful, glorious, and mighty creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Okay? Atova bahunetena kim gyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyam idam krishnam ekamshena chikachagat. He said, what is the Arjuna of all the detailed knowledge? With just one fragment, I pervade everything. I support this whole. That is talking about Paramatma. Okay? Done? Understood, everybody? Now, let us have a quiz. Okay? So this is, anyway, this is Krishna. That Krishna expands to Balaramji. Balaramji expands to Narayana. The first Balaramji expands to Shankar, Pradyumna, Arudha, Vasudeva. Then Sankarsana expands to Mahavishnu. No, sorry, Sankarsana expands to Narayana. Narayana expands to again Sankarsana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. And then the second Sankarsana expands to Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu expands to Garbhodaksha Vishnu, expands to Shirodaksha Vishnu. And this Shirodaksha Vishnu runs this world. Okay, so therefore, just one part of me does the job. Okay, it's a quiz time now. So let us start. Anybody raise your hand. You're ready to reply all of them. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, Preeti is ready. Preeti, I'm blocked. Chalo, I'm giving you a chance. Yeah, ready? Chalo. Ready, Preeti? Are? 1, 2, 3. She has withdrawn. Okay. Engineer Shiv Kumar ji, are you ready?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Among the Aditya, Lord Krishna is?
Is demigod. Demigod.
No, among the Aditya, Lord Krishna is? No, you got first itself mistake. Anybody without mistake, you will go. Rashika, Rajalakshmi, ready? You're ready?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chalo. Among the Adityas, Lord Krishna is?
Sun.
Huh?
Sun god. Sun. Surya.
No. Arnab Banerjee, are you ready?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. What is Aditya, Lord?
Vishnu.
Very good. Chalo. Let us see if you can last. ठीक है. That is Vishnu here. Answer was already here. Among the stars, Lord Krishna is? What is this? I am giving a hint also. Arey. Or no, why you mute yourself?
प्रभुजी ये आंसर होगा मून होगा.
Okay. Among the vibration, Lord Krishna is? Arey, don't mute yourself, yeah.
प्रभुजी ये याद नहीं है, ये भूल गया.
Okay, that's why you mute. Say okay. Now next. Sneha Khanna, let us see who can do it. Sneha Khanna, ready?
Oh.
Okay, Aditya's Krishna is Vishnu. Among stars, Krishna is moon. Among the vibration, Lord Krishna is?
Om.
Great. Om. Among trees, Lord Krishna is?
Banyan tree.
Yes. Take care. Among the great sages, Lord Krishna is?
I don't remember, sorry.
No. Lakshmi. Do you remember everything? Lakshmi. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Among great sages, Lord Krishna is? Try
Bhrigu.
something.
Bhrigu.
Great. You got it right. So first page, everything. Among Adityas, Vishnu. Stars, moon. Among vibration, O. Among trees, Banyan. Among great sages, Bhrigu. Okay. Among sage, demigod, Lord Krishna is Devarshi. Who is Devarshi? Among the Devatas, who is the great Rishi?
Narada.
Great, you did it. Among immovable thing, Lord Krishna is?
Himalayas.
Very good. And among the horses, Lord Krishna is? This will go.
Airavat.
No, he's not a horse. Airavat is the elephant. Horse. Chalo, we'll give it to you. Ucheshra, that's difficult. This also came from Samudra Manthan. Okay. Among the beasts, Lord Krishna is? Which is the most powerful beast we are scared of in the forest? He'll kill you. He makes big sound.
Lion.
Great. Chalo. Among Daitya, Lord Krishna is? Among Daitya family, but he was a great devotee of the Lord.
I don't know.
I guess. He was a great devotee, son of a demon, but he was always... Ah, great, great, great. Among the cows, Lord Krishna is?
Surabhi.
Yes, perfect. Among science, Lord Krishna is? Which science is most important? What is the Gita science? What is it called? What do you
Spiritual
call it?
science.
Yeah, very good. You did it. Among poetry, which poetry is most popular? People chant, Brahmanas chant in the morning, correct? Looking towards the sun.
Surya Namaskar.
No, what? No, not Surya. What we chant? Among mantra, which is most popular
Gayatri
mantra?
mantra. Gayatri
Yes,
mantra.
yes, yes. Among poetry, Gayatri. Okay. Well done, Hari Bol. You did it.
Hari Bol, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this chapter is done. Anybody had a question from the chapter? Understood? No, please, you can. Okay, sorry if I muted everybody. You can unmute. Anybody has a question, you can ask. Oh. Hare Krishna, no
Hare
question.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisance, Prabhuji. So,
Yeah.
Lord Krishna is telling that he is that, like among these things, he is this. Like among trees, he is banyan trees. Among stationary thing, he is Himalaya. That means it shows that what is the greatest is the means in his creation, whatever is the greatest, that is Lord Krishna.
No,
Other
that is
things,
his creation. See, that is just like your hand and yourself. There is no difference. When you see the photograph of your hand, you can say that is, I can say that is Namanishta. I can say. But hand cannot say I'm Namanishta. The whole can always claim the part. Correct, to be him.
okay, Prabhu.
That's a little philosophical. समझे ना? Say, suppose
Yes,
I see a photograph of you from the back side. Hey, that is me. That is me. You can identify with yours. है ना? True?
yes, yes.
So whole can always identify with the part. So when Krishna says that is me, that is me, that is everything belongs to him in one sense. That is his energy. See, we cannot separate energy from energetic. That's another philosophy. See, can you separate sunshine from the sun?
No,
Then
Prabhuji.
there's so energy
Yes.
and energy get together, tied together. So the Lord, these are all energies of the Lord, opulences of the Lord, and they glorify the Lord. So for us who are not devotees, it is important to hear that. You go to Mother Yashoda, among the animals he means, what? Leave it. I'm not interested. Stop all this. She's not interested. For the great devotees, very advanced devotees, are not interested. But we are not devotees, for it's needed. For this, why do we watch movies then? We'll stop watching movies once you understand all this. Because movies
Yes.
project somebody as a hero, and there is a vacancy, the real hero. Why are you? The devotee will not watch a movie because the real hero is in his heart. Bakwas hero. Simply imaginary heroes. They do nothing. In a movie set, they do something. When in Bombay, the Kasab and the gang was roaming, most of these heroes came to know there was a rumor. You knew the joke? They came to know that they are looking for important people. And these idiots thought they are most important people. Everybody thinks he's important. And they thought that he's coming to kill them. Can you believe? You can check out some of the top heroes. I don't want to tell their names. They were sleeping with gun below their pillow and they could not sleep for 1 second. These are real heroes. Acha, these are heroes, huh? Are come out now on the road. When Jarasandha used to come with 17 Akshahunis every year, Krishna used to come out of Mathura just with his brother Balaram, just two of them, and they just destroy his whole army. That is a real hero. He lifted a whole mountain. That is real hero. He did something. These people do imaginary stories, and people become so mad about them. Every day, when we were small children, we used to read this, magazines on the heroes and heroines. Correct? Do you remember? There are so many magazines written, but the latest comment they said, latest photo, newspaper, this died, that died, this died. No solution, huh? No solution. And after that, some latest pictures of some actors. Now, is that a solution? What is the use? Okay, there is a problem, but tell us what is the solution. Why simply tell us the problem? What kind of news is this? A small child is sleeping, you wake up. This is the petrol or the rate of tomato in Delhi is 150. This is problem. You'll not be able to sleep. Why are you disturbing him? Public is like small children. Why are you disturbing? Sensationalize the news and make money. They don't know. Well, if you tell problem, good. But tell with the solution. Otherwise, simply disturbing somebody. What is the use? What do you benefit by telling problems to people? Isn't it? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Any other comment?
Prabhuji, I have a question that when I am chanting, so I am seeing that we all are living in the body of Lord Vishnu, and in the Bhagavatam I read that we all the planets are living in the between of Brahma and Lord Vishnu. So please explain different types of Vishnu. Actually, my English is not okay, so please can you explain this?
Okay, I'll explain to you. I don't know, the 8th chapter, generally I should have done that. I did not do. This is something called Goloka chart. You can even, we even send to your house if you want. We can order it. It costs something like...
Prabhuji, I already ordered it.
Goloka chart, interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see this now?
Yes,
so this
Prabhuji.
is what it is. So you wanted to understand the Vedic cosmology. This is a very specialized topic. Correct? Can you see everybody?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Now the first place is Radha Krishna. This is where it starts. And Krishna expands to Balaramji. Now in this place, God is there. Nobody knows he's God. He makes them forget. Krishna manifests his Vrindavan when he was there on earth. Nobody in Vrindavan knew he's God. He made them forget. So that, relationships is without awe and reverence. Now Krishna expands to Balaram. Balaramji expands to Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva, Chaturvya. Then the Sankarshana, he expands to Narayana. Narayana again expands to, you can see that. Again, if you go deeper, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. Narayana again expands to them. Now the second set of the Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, from him comes what is known as Mahavishnu. Now Mahavishnu, pores of his body, imagine how Maha he is, how big is he, pores of his body, universe is coming out. And all the souls which actually have to be in this world, because they don't like to serve the Lord, the freedom is there. You can choose. I don't want to serve God. Okay, fine. You like to be independent. You want to be like God. Okay, that's what you want. So what Krishna does is that he sends us to this world. So now when he's glancing, in his glance, you cannot look at your wife and make her pregnant. Can you do that? No, Krishna can do that. So from his glance, unlimited living entities are coming out. So Akshaja, Sha, Aishacha. So when the living entities are coming out, the Rama Devi, Lakshmi, that is Lakshmi, understand, Lord wants to do creation. Just like sometimes in house, husband looks at the wife. What does it mean? Bring tea and pakoda something. Some guest has come. Just by indication. She understands. Okay, fine. Just by eyes. So similarly, Krishna, she understands the indication. Lord wants to again make a creation and thereby give chance to the living entity who do not want to serve him to improve, because their happiness lies in his service. He knows that. It's loving service. It's not a service of this world. So Ramadevi, understanding that, expands to Durga. So Durga is there because Durga is our mother in the world, in this world. Okay? Durga means jail. See the head of this jail of material world. But before the living entities enter the Garbha of Durga, Shiva comes in between because he is the husband of Durga, not Vishnu. And who is Shiva? Shiva is actually an expansion of Vishnu. It's called an expansion like milk turned into curd. Shiram yathada divikara vishesha yogar sanjayate nahitata pratigasti hetu. For the purpose of creation, Lord Vishnu takes the form of Shiva. Is Shiva same as Vishnu? No. Like milk turns into curd is different from milk. At the same time, similar. Correct? Curd and milk is same. But you cannot make milk out of curd. So Shiva doesn't expand to Vishnu, but Vishnu expands to Shiva. Now here, all the living entities take birth. This is the universe which came out of the body of Mahavishnu. Take it done. This is Mahat Tattva here. If you see this Mahat Tattva, this is total complete metal energy that combines with this, this golden X coming from Mahavishnu, and each forms a universe now. In the universe, there are several layers, and there are 14 planetary systems. So this is Mahavishnu, also known as Karnodaksha Vishnu. He expands to Garbhodaksha Vishnu. He lies down in the universe, covers the universe half with water, and lies down. From his navel, he the one who gives birth to Brahma. And this 14 planetary system is straight, not like chick. This is just for writing the names we have done them. And there's a little explanation in there. In the Bhagavatam 5th canto, elaborate explanation of all the planetary systems is there. Now, the Garbhodaksha Vishnu then expands to Paramatma, which we know, which resides in our heart. That is also called Kshirodaksha Vishnu, or simple terms, what you know, Paramatma. This Paramatma has a planet in Dhruvaloka. It stays there. And also, it resides in everybody's heart. And this is what Krishna is saying at the end. Ekam Shena Sito Jagat. My one expansion manages the whole universe. Where is Krishna? Origin, 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 and origin. So expansion, 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 expansion is Paramatma. Okay? Any questions on this chart?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, please share this slide if possible.
So that to tell this, I don't deal with the WhatsApp group. Chitra Mataji, can you do that?
Yes, Prabhuji. I think it's already posted in the group.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. Yes.
Do it again. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, any other clarification? Something, some comment?
Good evening, Prabhuji. Can you hear me?
Yeah, tell me.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I heard one shloka in Brahma Sutra. It said that all that exists is the one indivisible field of consciousness. Could you please throw light on this phrase?
This all Mayavada. See, don't try to avoid God. You are not God. You are just a small servant. Brahman is mostly, the Upanishads describe God in an impersonal way. They will not reveal the personality. The pastimes of the Lord are not revealed in the Vedas. Just like this, Tumi hi mata, tumi. But there is no direct names being said there. So in a vague terms, the God is described in this way. Okay? So when we define what is God, there are some class of philosophers, after maybe part study here and there, just like your study, one shloka Brahma Sutra. Brahma Sutras are how many? 555. You cannot just take one in the whole conversation. Okay? And the Brahma Sutras are explained in Bhashya. And the Bhagavatam, in the first Bhashya on Brahma Sutra, written by Vedavyasa himself. Bhashya nama Brahma Sutra nam. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. And how does Srimad Bhagavatam begin? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadhyasa Taratascharteshu Vignaswarar Tene Brahma Hrida Adi Kaviye. I can explain to you. Janmadhyasya. The Lord is the origin. That's a definition of God. Janma. He is the source of the cause of the creation. Also maintenance, also discussion. Therefore, Janma Adi. Itaratas charteshu abhigna. He is conscious both directly and indirectly. Everything he knows directly. Also he knows, just like this mobile. I can see this mobile in front of me. I don't know how it is made. Directly, indirectly, conscious of everything. Tene Brahma Hriday Adi Kaviye. You taught even Brahma from within the heart. Muhyanti yata Surya. Even the Devatas, great Devatas. Sura, Asura. So Sura means Devatas. Asura means Danava. Muhyanti means even they get confused in trying to understand you. Tejo Vare Mridam Yata Vanima Yatra Amrisha. Just like sometimes in the, the desert, you see water. It doesn't exist. So like that, sometimes in fire you see water. So we are all stuck in illusion, not able to see the reality. Dhamna svena sadari rasko kuhakam satyam paramadhime. But you, my Lord, exist beyond all the nirast kuhakam, all the ignorance. You are beyond that, always situated in Vaikuntha Dhama. Dhamna svena sadari rasko satyam paramadhime. That Supreme Lord, I offer my respects. This is Bhagavatam, explaining the Brahma Sutras. Okay? So all the Brahma Sutras are very nicely explained in Bhagavatam, and never Bhagavatam says like that. The God is all pervading. That's not point. But his personal feature is first, impersonal feature is next. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, Krishna will say, Brahmanohi pratishtaham. This Brahman all pervading is, I am the establisher of that. It's like sunlight comes from the sun. Sun is first. Energy, before energy is energetic. Before Shakti is Shaktiman, the person. So we see also in this word, God is defined as origin. Then I see that I am personality. I have form. I have likes. I have dislikes. God also has personality. How can he be less than the creation? Okay? And our personality is not an illusion in the thing. We are a person. So God is also a person. Okay? Little brief on this, personal impersonalism. But he said is more like Advaitvada. God is, I am God, everything is all pervading. And they don't chant name of God, just meditate on the all pervading, and you become Ghatakash, Patakash, break the pot, merge into the Brahman. Kana? Something like that. You don't want to hurt me. Let's tell away. बहुत पूछ लिया, स्वामी जी गुस्सा हो जाएंगे तो खाली है ना.
Yes, I think it's like Samudra. We have not been able
you are reading the Bhagavad Gita. It's not Samudra of India is a Samudra of confusion. Why? They don't want to read. Because they don't want to read Gita. Nobody can help. Nobody can help you. If you don't sit down and personally read Bhagavad Gita, nobody can help you. You will be always confused. And then what is the benefit? Because you cannot follow anything. So let us pray to the Lord. Please guide me. What should I do? In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Evam parampara praptam. Learn in parampara. Don't learn from here and there. Somebody spoke, somebody wrote. Why you want to bother? See, today it is so nice. Suppose in science, I want to learn what is Newton's first law. It is same thing what I study in India. Same thing in every college in India. Today I was interested. The scientists say, they can say one voice. But why spiritualism there is confusion? Because the reason is you're forgetting there is paramparas here also. What is the parampara? It's training and authorization, The system has an abundant. Anybody can make any view. Yes, you can. But don't call it Vedic view. That is your view. That is your opinion. Yeah, everybody has a right to his opinion. Fine. Even in Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna says, yeah, do whatever you want to do. Correct? But you cannot say, well, that's what I taught. I taught you something. told you to fight. Krishna didn't say Arjuna that he had a clear message to Arjuna. But at the end, he said, I'm not forcing you. Do what you want to do. Fine. Correct? So in that way, Krishna has clear direction, but it is we. I tell you where I began. I was an atheist. So you're much better than me. At least you know some shloka. I didn't believe in anything. But life was not going well when I was in college. I could not get marks. Suddenly, always it was easy. And all the people at top was, it became very difficult to get marks. And I was distracted also at that time. So at that time, I used to pray, God, if you are there, please help me. If you are there. I don't know whether you exist. If you are there, help me. Then I saw a class. In fact, the class was on AI in 1988 at IIT Kanpur. Class was on artificial intelligence by one ISKCON devotee who come from America. He had worked in Bell Labs, big credentials. I went, and actually I did not know I'm going for a spiritual class. I would not have gone on. And I'm just telling briefly how I got into this. And I went to start there. I thought, what this guy is going to tell? Because, again, should I do this? I'm in a brahmachari ashram. Okay. Now it looks better. I just noticed. Okay. So I was quite okay. I'll just see. So I was shocked when I saw a sadhu. What is going to, he is going to speak on artificial intelligence. Yeah. Idiot has come. But he was not an idiot. The director of the IIT said, we are so privileged today. We have a great scientist. He's one of the top scientists working in Bell Labs. Yeah, top scientist. Why is he wearing this dress of an idiot? It was very offensive. And anyway, I thought, let me hear this fool, something will speak. I have come to the auditorium. Auditorium was filled, 500 people. All faculties are sitting. And he explained the models of AI that we had, artificial, at that time, 1988. And he said, what are the problems with it? And then he says, machines can never think like us. Can machines think was his title of the lecture. It's a paper by, you can still locate by Ravi Gomatam, a paper, Can Machines Think? And then after that, I totally got confused. I said, yeah, he has a point. He was just explaining in so many ways, but I don't know what I can share with you, something. I'm not so technical. His point was just like, we have free will. Free will. Today, you decided to attend the class. You cannot be calculated by some equation that will come to the class. You had a choice. So how do you generate a choice? Because you can, at any moment, you have a choice. You let stay for the class, say enough of this class. Okay, you can do that. So how do you generate free will in a computer? He says all you do is random number. But random numbers also have a pattern. Just like you see most of the, in India, we don't buy original software, particularly Windows computer. Many people don't buy. What do they do? And there are the cracks. What are the cracks? They know this random number which has been used as keys, they also have a pattern and they figure that pattern out. So this random numbers in the computer also have a pattern. They come in a sequence because it's a calculations only. So he said it doesn't match. We are not like random number generator. Okay, I'll go for the class today. No. So we have feelings. We are happy. I'm sad. Matter doesn't have all that. So it's a matter cannot imitate us. And he had a lot of us had actually questions to clarify that. He satisfied the whole staff of computer science. At that time, IIT Kanpur was number one. Today, IIT Mumbai is number one. Top computer science will straight go to IIT. Nobody could question him. They said, yeah, it's reasonable. Then after the class, I went to him. He says, you said machines don't think. I said, yes, that was the class. But I am thinking, who am I? So he saw one person, start developed inquiry. So that was the whole class about to make you think. I said, but I want to answer. I said, can you read Bhagavad Gita once? That book, I've seen in my house. Yeah, I can read. I think once I'll just read it. So he gave me the Bhagavad Gita and I just read it, could not understand anything, but kept reading it. And then met the devotees of ISKCON again gradually. And by final year, I decided I'll be a brahmachari. Okay, so from me, it was from extreme end to this. For you are somewhere in between, already reading something that all-pervading Brahman, all-pervading light. Meditate, close your eyes and meditate. The light will become green, then red, then blue. I read some books like that before I came to ISKCON. Okay, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
So actually, one more question. So sorry.
Pray to the Lord. Pray to God if you are there. Show me the way. The Swamiji tells that God is a person and he says he is in parampara and that's the parampara conclusions. Okay, that's fine. But you cannot believe. Faith takes time to develop. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the next question?
The one last question, sir. Sir, actually, I was asked about Indian knowledge systems, and I just kept on thinking that what all does it include? I mean, it is a lot, right? If you segregate, if you just classify Indian knowledge system, which all grunts will you put in, and how will you go about it? I mean, it's so confusing.
See, India word doesn't exist in the Shastra. That's all we have created out of patriotism. Word doesn't exist in the Shastra. My desh ki dharti. Always the whole earth is the picture in the Shastra. Correct? Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. What is
Yes,
India,
sir.
India? Much larger. You see, you make the whole world into your family, heart becomes so big. Right? Now, just knowledge, pick people, Indians are good, Pakistans are bad. You think it's true? There are also good people there. They simply polarize us. Indians are good, Chinese are bad. We are making 1,000 devotees in China now, ISKCON. They're also very nice people studying Bhagavad Gita now. Russians are bad. Oh, Baba, we are having the best preaching success in Russia. We are beyond, no, we have big problem. Ukraine and Russia, both places, we are making a lot of devotees. Okay. So now your question was that Indian knowledge system, if you go technically, it should be Shat Darshana. Shat Darshana. The 6 great sages, 5,000 years ago, before this dawn of Kali Yuga, they gave 6 explanations of the Vedas. Gautama, he gave Nyaya. Kannada gave Vaisheshika. Patanjali gave Yoga Sutras. Jaimini gave Karma Mimamsa. Kapila gave Sankhya. But Vedavyasa writes something called Vedanta Sutra, which you just quoted, and it defeats all the 6 of them. And then Vedavyasa is called Mahamuni. And it is revealed in the scripture itself, he is incarnation of God. So you follow Vedavyasa. Why you have to follow? He is defeated. There is a defeated philosophy. If you want to follow, what you're talking is from Kapila Sankhya, which he already defeated. It's a defeated philosophy.
Okay, sir.
Sir Gautam,
Vedavyas, Patanjali, Jamini, Kapila, and
write a mail to me. Write a mail to me. I will send you a paper on this. Okay, sir. Where you can study in detail all the 6 philosophies. If you're interested in philosophy, study. And to some extent, if there's a 40-50 page paper, and you study each one of them, what did it say, what are the different, and then when Vedavyasa wrote Vedanta Sutra, he attacked all the 6 philosophies, and he was therefore called Mahamuni. So what are the argument he uses? Like Gautama Nyaya. Nyaya means logic. So Vedavyasa says, how can you have logic on something which you have not even seen, which is beyond your perception? Correct? Logic has a limit. Like somebody may say, can you logically prove God? I said, yes, but do I have the elements ready? I have to develop the element about the soul. Then I can proceed. You need a lot of elements to be able to arrive at God. So, okay. So then, and he said, logic is not supreme, God is supreme. And then about, there is Karma Mimamsa of Gautama, of Jaimini. Jaimini talks about Punya Papa, Punya Papa. If there is God, just has to take care of Punya Papa. Keep a record. If I do good, I should get good. As if you know the work, just keep a record of Punya Papa. So Punya, and what do you do when you follow Jaimini? Or Punya, you'll go to heaven. But Vaikuntha is different from heaven. Correct? And that's not the real goal of life. But Jaimini says goal of life is to go to heaven. Kapila Sankhya, the Kapila is a Muni, but the real Kapila is mentioned in the Shastra as an incarnation. It's not Nirishwara, he's the Ishwaravadi. That is son of Devahuti and Kardama in Bhagavatam. And his Sankhya in the Bhagavatam is devotional. But the Sankhya of the Nirishwara is not what actually is the Kapila of the incarnation. He is Nirishwara Kapila, is not an incarnation of God. Another person just took a name. Anyway, analyzing his philosophy, he talks about this personalism, impersonalism. Okay? I give you a brief on that. Then Patanjali Yoga Sutras, he talks about meditation, but mostly it is misunderstood. People meditate today on a yoga day on nothing. And if I eat, I should eat something. No, how can I eat nothing? Something I have to eat. So I'm meditating on what I'm eating. Okay, what are you eating? Tell no what are you eating. Are you eating chapati or you're eating rice or you're eating sambar? Something? What are you eating? So they're meditating on what? They don't say anything. They say I'm meditating. They're talking about the process of meditation, not the object of meditation. So that's how the Patanjali system is not able to reach its destination. And then was all of them actually, all of them. Interesting thing is that all of these 6 philosophers, they do not tell about what will happen after liberation. They all talk about getting liberation from this world. They talk. Gautama also develops what is known as Kannada or Gautama atomic theory. Paramanu, the word it talks about that actually we are. This word is finally atomic in nature, correct? And this spiritual atom is entangled in the metal atoms. That's his theory. But it doesn't talk about what will happen to us after liberation. He said, get liberated. Fine. But what do you do when you get liberated? Just like I'm sick. If I get healthy, what do I do when I get healthy? I jump, I talk, I dance. I'm sick, I'm lying on the bed. So they talk about cessation of mental suffering, but the positive activities after liberation, they're not talking about. That Bhagavatam talks about after liberation. You are in Lord, with the Lord, in service. That doesn't stop. Just like Krishna in Vrindavan Leela gives a trailer of the spiritual world. And Bhagavad Gita, if you see now in that light, is a love letter. My dear child, come back home. Yadgatva na nivartante. If you come there, you'll not come back to this world. So beautiful it is. Come. He is hungry for our love. Come. Just like a mother, you left the house. Can you, my daughter, come back home? So much I love you. You'll not leave the house. And so much nice food I'll give you. You'll be happy there all the time. That's how Krishna is inviting. Come, come. Bhagavad Gita is like he's inviting. Come back. Come back. Come back.
Thank you, sir. Your talks are also very inviting, sir. Sir, can I have your email, please?
Yeah.
Email ID,
Namadas. Admin Chitra Mataji, can you give my email and WhatsApp number? Okay, so you all can feel free. You can write anybody. You can send you the paper. I also, when I teach actually philosophy in colleges, sometimes Indian philosophy, what do you say? And in that I taught. I'm in Mangalore area, small town called Mangalore, not Bangalore. So there is introduced in some colleges courses called Indian philosophy. So at that time I had to study this 6. So I made a brief notes also of this, which I can share with you. Okay.
Chitra Mataji is going to share right now in the chat box.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji.
You got it?
You, Mataji.
You got it, my man. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So, we lost it. Become very difficult. And then I have to take rest. Then I have to get up. It's raining like here in Mangalore. Okay, so fine. Remember, 7th September is Janmashtami. So keep in your mind and your calendar. And if you can make a plan to Mangalore, I'm inviting you. Welcome. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Beautiful
Prabhuji.
class.
Oh, I didn't know.
Very nice.
The date, please, Prabhuji.
Oh, 96636. Don't give that number, Chitra.
Okay.
That's not,
That 93421. 93421.
that is my personal number, which I have in my.
Okay.
These are all numbers I come out because there is so much load on them. They will not be. I may miss those numbers. They are not answered, most of them. They are used for registration. They are used for registration, but I don't. It's 934.
934217141.
Yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna. Also work on all of you can.
Can you repeat the date, please? You mentioned for Janmashtami.
7th September. So keep in mind, and we are trying to open our auditorium, air-conditioned auditorium on that day with huge kitchen, which can cook for 500 people at a time. I'm making this, the next kitchen is going to come, which can cook for 5,000 at a time. But after this. So the big
so
work.
one should reach on the 7th or 6th. How is it?
Do not worry. Just write to us. We'll make arrangements. I'll make elaborate arrangement because a lot of people will be coming. Okay? We make, what we do is that all around our place, we take all the lodges, okay, and then make arrangements for you. Okay?
Yeah, because last year you had booked the dates, right? So I wanted to know the dates.
Okay, we have not still made a plan. We should make a plan. Also, there's a visit of Jayapataka Maharaj. His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj is also upcoming near Balram Jayanti. So either of the day. Take care. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.